A good Tavach and a good Tiyar. And always on a Motzei Shabbos, we begin with a story. Stories warm us up. Stories take us to a place where explaining, trying to understand, sometimes is beyond, but a story does. And this Motzei Shabbos, a story. Let's begin with a story from the Baal Shem Tov. The Maimah, the Friedrich Rebbe talks in the Maimah that an Eitzer, a great treasure, great deep strength, latent strengths are given to the foot soldiers, to the Pasha, to Yidden, to win the war, and to understand the transcending, the greatness, the Haflo Shebedova, the wonderness of this great Eitzer. So the Friedrich Rebbe will bring from the Zohar and talks about the Or Ein Sof, the unlimited light, and comes and says, L'maylo ad ein kates, transcending of transcending to no end, Ulamato ad ein tachlis, and the light, the unlimited light, also descends until no beyond. So let's have some stories about L'maylo, the transcending, and then in the next section we'll have a story about L'mato. Now, on the level of transcending, it's very hard to talk about because it's not in our experience. But we'll try. We'll say some stories, two beautiful stories. The first story is that when people would come to the Baal Shem Tov, the Baal Shem Tov would say to them, whatever question you have for me, I will be able to give you an answer. Now, you understand the answer. It's niskabel. It's settled by you. No. Then on that answer, I will have a deeper question. Wow. The question is opening a new vista. On that question, the Baal Shem Tov said, which is taking you beyond, I will have then an answer. And then on the new answer, which I've opened to you a new level, I have a question on that. And the Baal Shem Tov would continue. On every question, there is an answer, a deeper answer, a new way of looking at it, a deeper transcending. And in each level of transcending, there is a question which opens a new gate, a new door, a new vista. And the Baal Shem Tov would go higher and higher and higher. It's exactly like we come and say in the Baruch Shama, in the davening. What do we say in the davening? We come and say, Melech, Meshubach, Mefoyer, Adei Ad Shemoy Hagadol. Adei Ad, the transcending of transcending in the great name of Hashem. We're talking about, that part of the davening is talking about Seder Hishtalshalos, the myriads of levels, ascending, transcending, and each level, the Baal Shem Tov says, I will open to you that level. And then when you're settled, you understand the level, I will then ask you a question which will be a vehicle to take you to the next level. That's the first story. The second story is a very beautiful story. The second story is the Alter Rebbe. Now, if people have been to Chassidish weddings, non-Chabad weddings, at the end of the wedding, they have a badchen, somebody comes and says jokes or poetry, mainly in Yiddish, to liven up the Chosin Kala, to be Masameya Chosin Kala. Now sometimes it's not just jokes, it's great depth. There's something there, especially if the badchen is a Talmud Chochem who knows, has an insight. So the story goes in the time of the Alter Rebbe, the badchen came to town and he prepared himself for the wedding. And as they say in Yiddish, by him is nicht gut geworden. He became schwarz auf den Augen. He became, it was literally became black before the eyes. Who was the mechutin? The Alter Rebbe was the mechutin. He had to get up and say his batchonis, his poetry in front of the Alter Rebbe. And what would he say? So he took a few lachayims, put himself in, tried to steel himself to speak in front of Alter Rebbe. And he got up and he said like this, I'll say it in Yiddish, not word for word, but I'll say the idea in Yiddish. And brings again the idea of transcending. And I hope I do justice. The first thing he said is, "Mi zenen doch dezelfde." He said to the Alter Rebbe, you and me are the same. How are we the same? So he said like this, "Was ich ken, kennst du." He says, whatever I know, you know. Number one, correct. Was du kennst nicht, kenn ich euch nicht. What you don't know, I also don't know. So we've ticked already 2 boxes. Whatever I know, you know. We're similar. Whatever you don't know, for sure, I don't know. Second box ticks. Now, I wrote it down because it gets a bit tricky. So then he came and said, now for the third thing, was du weißt, what you do know, weiß ich nicht. What you do know, I don't know. And then he came and said, and was du weißt, legabe was du weißt nicht, this is incomparable. What you know, according to what there is to know, is incomparable. So it was beautifully said. He was on the spot. He had to say something. So let's say it again. He came and said, "Was ich weiß, weißt du." What I know, you know. Was weißt du nicht. What you don't know, I don't know. Aber was du weißt, weiß ich nicht. What you do know, I don't know. But what you know, legabe, what there is to be known, it's incomparable. The Alter Rebbe listened, and the Alter Rebbe became very serious, and the Alter Rebbe cried, deeply cried. The transcending of knowledge, of knowing and cleaving to Hashem. And this level of transcending, which Alter Rebbe cried and cried, bitterly cried about, this is a glimpse, only a glimpse, to the great level of the Eitzrus, that depth that the Eibishter gives of himself to every single Yid to win this war, a good Tavach and a good Yar.